Have you ever had one of those mornings where your legs just don't seem to cooperate? You go to stand up from your favorite chair, and suddenly it feels like you're trying to lift bricks instead of limbs. Or maybe the stairs that used to be easy now leave you out of breath, gripping the handrail a little tighter with each step. Let me ask you something even more personal. Have you ever caught yourself thinking, "I used to be stronger than this. What happened to me?" If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. This isn't just about getting older. It's about losing something deeper. Your independence, your confidence, your sense of control often starts slowly. A little stiffness here, a bit of weakness there. And then one day, you notice you're avoiding things. Walking to the mailbox, carrying groceries, playing with your grandkids, not because you want to, but because your body just doesn't feel ready anymore. But what if I told you there's one simple food, something you can find right now in your local market, that's been scientifically shown to help restore leg strength? And not in weeks or months, but in as little as 12 hours. Sounds unbelievable, right? But stay with me. What you're about to learn could completely change how you move, how you feel, and how you live. In today's video, we'll reveal this one food, the exact way to use it, and the common mistakes that can make it less effective. This isn't just a theory. It's backed by real science, real results, and real people just like you who've regained their strength and independence. So if you're tired of feeling tired, if you're ready to walk with confidence again, stand up with ease, and feel like you again, then you're exactly where you need to be. Go ahead and comment, "Strong again," if you're ready to take back your power. And while you're here, don't forget to subscribe to Elderly Wisdom Guide, because we believe aging isn't the end. It's the beginning of a wiser, stronger chapter. Go ahead and comment "Strong again," if you're ready to take back your power. And while you're here, don't forget to subscribe to Elderly Wisdom Insight, because we believe aging isn't the end. It's the beginning of a wiser, stronger chapter. Let's begin. Let's get your strength back. Starting tonight, let me tell you a story about a man named Thomas. Thomas is 74. He's the kind of man who spent most of his life on his feet working, gardening, fixing things around the house. But lately something's changed. Just walking to the kitchen started to feel like a chore. He found himself relying on a walker more often than he wanted to admit. The man who used to carry grocery bags in both hands now sat on the edge of his bed, dreading the idea of getting up one night. His daughter came over with a small bottle in her hand. "Dad," she said, "just drink this before bed. Trust me, it was beet juice, nothing fancy, just fresh, deep red and rich with earthy flavor." Thomas wasn't so sure, beets really, but he gave it a try. The next morning he stood up, not effortlessly but noticeably, easier than before. His legs didn't feel like dead weight. His balance was better. He actually smiled and said, "Well, I feel different now. Here's why that happened. Beets are more than just salad decorations. They're packed with something powerful, dietary nitrates. When you eat or drink beets, those nitrates get converted in your body into nitric oxide. And nitric oxide is like a secret agent. It helps your blood vessels relax and widen. This means more oxygen, more nutrients, and better blood flow. Right where you need it most, your legs, your muscles, your joints. And when you improve blood flow to your legs, you improve how they perform. They feel stronger, more responsive, less stiff, even after just one serving. Some people feel the difference within 12 hours, especially when taken before rest, when the body is in repair mode. Now here's where many people go wrong. They hear beet and instantly think of sugar. "Won't that raise my blood sugar?" they ask. But here's the truth. Moderate beet consumption doesn't spike glucose. In fact, it's been shown to lower blood pressure, regulate circulation, and even support brain health. So no, this isn't candy. This is medicine wrapped in nature's skin. The simplest way to start: try half a cup of fresh beet juice in the evening, or roast one small beet and enjoy it with dinner. Let it work overnight while your body is healing and restoring. You don't need to make it complicated, just consistent. But don't stop there, because as powerful as beets are, they become even more effective when paired with something else, something your muscles absolutely need to rebuild and grow stronger. Let me introduce you to Eleanor. She's 81 years old, soft-spoken, sharp as ever, and proud of her independence. But not long ago she started feeling off. Her legs felt unsteady, like the ground wasn't quite there. Walking upstairs became a nerve-wracking task. She'd gripped the rail tightly. Her heart pounding not from exertion but from fear of falling. She had already started sipping beet juice at night, and yes, it helped, but something was still missing. Until one evening her granddaughter, a nutrition student, made a simple suggestion. "Grandma, just try adding a spoonful of cottage cheese with your beet juice. Trust me." So Eleanor gave it a shot. Beet juice and 1 tablespoon of plain cottage cheese. 3 days later she was walking upstairs again, not like a teenager but without holding the rail. She called it her evening strength tonic. It became her little ritual. Beets and protein just before bed. Now here's what made that small change so powerful. It wasn't just the beets, it was the protein, specifically a special amino acid. Inside that protein, called leucine. Leucine is like the spark plug of muscle repair. Your body needs it to rebuild tissue, especially after any kind of strain or activity. Without leucine, your muscles don't get the signal to repair themselves, and even if you walk, even if you stretch without enough leucine, your body simply can't rebuild the muscle you're asking it to use. And that's the tricky part. As we age, we become less efficient at using protein. That means seniors need even more of it to get the same muscle-building effects younger folks get naturally. But here's where some people pull back. You've probably heard the myth, too much protein will ruin your kidneys. That myth has floated around for years. But unless your doctor has specifically told you to limit protein due to an existing kidney condition, moderate protein intake is not only safe, it's vital to maintaining strength and mobility. It's not about piling on steaks or chugging shakes. It's about small, consistent servings of the right types of protein. Ones that are rich in leucine, like cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, eggs, or even a few slices of turkey. So here's what you do after light movement or just before bed. Pair your beet juice with one of those leucine-rich foods. It doesn't need to be a meal, just a spoonful of cottage cheese, a boiled egg, or a half cup of Greek yogurt. You'll be giving your body 2 tools at once: the beets, nitric oxide, to boost circulation, and the leucine to rebuild and protect your leg muscles while you sleep. That's a powerful combination. But, and this is important, it only works if your body is absorbing what you give it. And that brings us to a hidden piece of the puzzle that too many people overlook: the gut. Because no matter what you eat, if your gut isn't functioning properly, your muscles never get the message. Let's talk about George. George is 69, retired. Active, eats well. At least by most standards. He's not one to indulge too much, drinks plenty of water, and makes sure to get his veggies in. And yet his body just didn't feel right. Weakness in his legs. Soreness in his joints. Even some bloating he couldn't explain. He started beet juice, he added protein. He did everything right, but the results minimal. It wasn't until a checkup with a progressive doctor that something unexpected came up: his gut. Bacteria were way out of balance. Too many harmful microbes, not enough of the helpful kind. His body was trying to absorb nutrients, but failing, so he made one small change. He started adding a spoonful of kefir to his morning routine. Later he tossed a little sauerkraut on his dinner plate. Sometimes just a dollop of plain yogurt with lunch. No pills, no expensive powders, just real living food. And within 2 weeks, George felt a shift. Not only did his digestion improve, his leg strength began to return, his morning stiffness faded. The stairs got easier as energy levels climbed, and all because his gut was finally doing its job. Now here's the science behind it. Your gut microbiome, that's the community of trillions of bacteria living in your digestive tract, is like the master key to your health. It decides how well you absorb nutrients, how your immune system responds, how inflamed or pain-free your joints feel, and yes, how well your muscles rebuild after you feed them when your gut is imbalanced. Too much bad bacteria, not enough good. Your body can't convert nitrates from beets into the nitric oxide. You'll also struggle to absorb the leucine from protein, and inflammation can spread like wildfire, making your joints ache and your muscles feel like mush. And here's something a lot of people don't realize. One of the biggest gut health destroyers overusing antibiotics or randomly taking supplements you don't actually need. Many seniors are prescribed antibiotics again and again, sometimes for things that don't even require them. And over time, that strips away the healthy bacteria your body needs, leaving your gut like a battlefield, scorched and weak. So what's the fix? You don't need to go on some complicated detox, you just need to feed the good bacteria again. That's where fermented foods come in every day. Try to include just 1 spoonful of a probiotic-rich food, a shot of kefir in the morning, a bit of sauerkraut or kimchi with lunch, a few spoonfuls of plain yogurt in the afternoon. That's it. No huge diet changes, no expensive plans, just 1 spoonful at a time, bringing your gut back into balance, and once your gut is healthy again, you'll feel it, because your muscles will actually start responding. They'll absorb the nutrients. They'll rebuild faster. You'll feel stronger, because your body finally has the support system it's been asking for. But even with all this great food, strong digestion, there's one more mistake that could still be holding you back, and it has everything to do with what you do before bed. Let me tell you about Martha. She's 76, a widow, proud grandmother, and the kind of woman who sticks to her routines for as long as she could remember. Martha ate dinner before 5:00 p.m., brushed her teeth before sunset, and was in bed with a book by 7. And she never strayed from that schedule. But something had been bothering her every morning. She woke up stiff. Her legs felt heavy, like she'd aged 10 years. Overnight, she'd do her stretches, sip her tea, take her vitamins, but the ache lingered. Her daughter, after watching one of our videos, gently suggested a simple tweak. "Mom, what if you moved your beet juice and protein to later in the day?" At first, Martha hesitated. "Won't eating late make me gain weight?" she asked, but she gave it a try reluctantly. One evening around 8 p.m., she made a small smoothie, half a beet, 1 scoop of protein powder, a splash of kefir, and a bit of cinnamon. She sipped it slowly, closed her eyes, and went to bed. And the next morning she didn't say anything at first, just walked past her daughter with a smile. It wasn't until they were halfway through their morning walk that she said it. "I didn't wake up stiff today one night. One simple change. That's all it took to feel a shift. And here's why that works at night. While you're resting deep in sleep, your body gets to work. It's not just resting, it's rebuilding. This is when your cells repair themselves, when muscle tissue starts to heal, when your body responds to the nutrients you gave it during the day. Now imagine this, you've just supplied your body with nitric oxide from beets to boost circulation, plus leucine-rich protein to trigger muscle repair, and probiotics to help absorb it. All right before the very time your body is naturally primed to rebuild. It's the perfect storm for healing. And the result, you wake up with less stiffness, more energy, and legs that actually respond when you need them. But let's address the worry we all have: isn't eating at night bad for me? Well, here's the truth. Eating heavily at night, fried foods, big meals, sugary snacks that can affect sleep and digestion. But a small nutrient-rich drink, especially one filled with functional ingredients like beets, protein, and probiotics, that's not hurting your health, it's fueling your recovery. So here's your easy fix before bed, about 1 to 2 hours before sleep. Blend a small nighttime smoothie, half a cooked or raw beet, scoop of unsweetened protein powder, whey pea or whatever works for you, a splash of kefir or plain yogurt, a pinch of cinnamon or turmeric if you'd like. Blend it, sip it slowly and let your body do the rest. It's not magic, it's biology. And the results sometimes you'll notice them in 12 hours. Sometimes a little longer, but the shift. It's real, and it's coming. And if you're still wondering, can something this small really make a difference? Let's bring it all together because the final piece, what the research actually says, might just surprise you. Now let's talk facts. Not stories, not internet buzz. Real research, real science. Because I know especially for folks like you, truth matters, evidence matters. So here's what the research actually says in 2021. A study was published in the Journal of Gerontology, a respected peer-reviewed journal that focuses specifically on aging, and older adults. Researchers wanted to find out, can a single meal rich in dietary nitrates, like those found in beets, actually improve muscle function in seniors? The results surprising even to them. Older adults who consumed just one serving of a nitrateric meal showed measurable improvements in knee extension power and walking speed within just 6 to 12 hours. That means the muscles in their legs, the ones we rely on to stand, walk, balance, and climb, got stronger, more responsive, and more coordinated in less than a day. Now let's be clear, this isn't some miracle cure. You won't go from using a walker to running a race in one night, and anyone who promises that they're not being honest with you, but what if you gain just a 10% increase in strength? That might not sound like much, but 10% could mean the difference between needing a hand to get out of bed and doing it by yourself, between needing someone to hold your arm, and walking into the kitchen alone, between sitting on the sidelines and joining the life that's still happening around you. It's not about perfection, it's about progress, and that's what this food, this simple, powerful natural tool can offer you. But here's the key. Don't treat it like a shortcut. Treat it like a partner in your journey. Use it as part of a lifestyle that supports your body day in and day out. Make sure you're getting gentle movement, even a short walk after meals. Make sure you're getting good sleep, because rest is when your body heals. Make sure you're checking in with your doctor, because every step forward is stronger. When guided by care, beets, protein, gut health, timing. They're all pieces of a bigger puzzle, and when those pieces come together, they can help you move through the world with more confidence, less fear, and a sense of control you deserve to feel. So, now let's move from information to inspiration. Because what you do next, that's where the power really begins. It's hard, isn't it? Facing the reality that your body just doesn't move like it used to. That moment when your legs hesitate to stand. When a simple task like walking across the room suddenly feels like a mountain to climb. That moment can feel like defeat. And it's not just physical, it reaches deep into your independence, into your sense of self, into your memory of the person you used to be, and wonder if you still are. But I want you to hear this truly. You are not powerless, not even close right now. You have something simple and incredibly powerful within your reach, not a pill, not a program, just a food. A food. Your body understands, a food that's been proven to help people just like you. Wake up stronger, steadier, and more alive than the day before. This isn't hype, it's science, it's action, it's hope with a plan. So tonight, don't just go to bed the same old way. Don't shrug it off. Make the smoothie, try the beets, add the protein, stir in the kefir. Take that one small, quiet step, because that simple choice might just change how you wake up tomorrow, stronger, more stable, more. You and I want you to remember something, especially if you're feeling discouraged. You're never too old to grow stronger. You're never too far gone to feel better, and you are absolutely, completely not alone on this journey. We're walking it together, one step at a time. So let's recap what we've covered today. Eat beets to boost nitric oxide and circulation. Pair them with leucine-rich protein to rebuild your muscles. Support your gut so you actually absorb the nutrients. Time your intake before bed when your body heals the most. And trust what science has already shown. Your legs can regain strength sometimes in as little as 12 hours. But now I want to hear from you. Have you tried beets or nitrateric foods before? Did you notice a change? Drop your story in the comments, because your experience might be the exact spark someone else needs to keep going. And if this video gave you even one helpful idea, imagine what the next one will do. So go ahead. Subscribe to Elderly Wisdom Insight. This is your place for real tools, real hope, and real support for living. Stronger, longer, and wiser. Thank you so much for watching. Stay hopeful, stay moving, stay wise. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.